Show.
Hey, yo. Comic convention, Chonko, and the hotel here. Uh, yeah, I've talked about some stuff on a couple streams, but I figured I'd make a video because I know not everybody gets on streams. But did a stream earlier tonight on Big Nasty's channel and was on Biggie Shaq's show last night, talking about just C2E2 stuff. Pretty good time. Lots of long lines, really crowded. It's been like 25 years since I've been to a convention, so I don't think I was completely prepared for it. But some cool stuff. Like, I'm not going to go through the raw books, the stuff I got signed. I'll do that probably when I get back. But I did do a CGC drop off, which they graded during the show, and they were done in like 24 hours, like all the books. And I dropped off a pretty significant amount, which that was pretty cool. So just go through that and a couple other things, including one really big purchase, like the one really big purchase that I made. But starting off, yeah, shout out to Johnny, Johnny's comic stuff. Check that channel out. Talked to him a little bit before the con and met up and hanging out and talking a little bit. But hey, he brought me this. This is a whole year's worth of Lil Abner comic strips from 1943. It's really great. I really appreciate that. I'm going to have to put together an AOK to send to him. I know he's really into X-Men, but I think he's got like every X-Men or something. I know he just landed an X-Men #1, so yeah, I'll have to figure out something really cool to send to him. I think I have some ideas. But yeah, I got some stuff slabbed. So I start off with some like Golden Age stuff that I did. A couple of Golden Age books that I've had for a little while that I wanted slabbed because they're in pretty good shape, and I wanted to keep them in pretty good shape. You know, a lot of times the older books, they're fragile, so like you don't want them moving around and stuff. The pages can come apart, and it's not a good idea. So I sent this one in, or I brought it to the con and went in, but yeah, this is Out of Night #5 in 5.5. Really, really cool cover, Out of the Night. And yeah, I think there's like 40 something of this one like on census, so it's kind of cool. Get that one in, get it in a 5.5. And I got another one. This one I talked about I got recently. Somebody was saying this was a Matt Baker cover, but it isn't. I was convinced it wasn't. But it does have Matt Baker art inside of it, so that's kind of cool. But it's this Strange Mysteries #19. The cover's okay, more of a crime cover. This is late in the run, and kind of right before Comic Code, right, toward the end of 1954. In a 6.0, and like I said, it's got Matt Baker artwork inside. It's a reprinted Matt Baker story from I think a Journey into Mystery. And then I had a couple reslabbed. So one of these is a reslab of a book that fell off my shelving in my comic room, and like the whole bottom was shattered. But it's this Chamber of Chills 13. Classic cover, just a great book, and looks great without the bottom all smashed up, so I'm happy about that I got that. But the other one is the one I'm really excited about. Probably saw me show this several times by now. The Shadow Comics, the Shadow Comics #10. I had this was in a really old slab. It's also a pedigree. It's a Crawley copy. So, like, before, they just would put it in a blue label and it would just say Crawley copy. But this actually has the gold label now. So, yeah, that's Shadow Comics #10 and a 7.0. With off-white pages. Fantastic. From a 1943. Yeah, movie actor plays the Shadow in a Nick Carter backup story. A Super Snipe backup story. and a skull cover. They have all in there. Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Old cert number on that, like 0002 starts with, but yeah, it's kind of the back. But I love this. I absolutely love this comic. I think I absolutely crushed that deal when I bought that copy. Sorry about the camera. It keeps doing this in the room here. Yeah, I think I crushed it. I think this is a really, really big book, and I think it's much bigger than what I actually paid for it. So anyway, but also I kind of something that I ran into. Jeffrey Darrow was there, which I didn't know he was going to be, and he had a couple of these kind of like little small, almost like manga sized books. If you're not familiar with Jeffrey Darrow, he worked with Mobius, he worked with Frank Miller, and this is Shaolin Cowboy, this character, and this is just all kung fu moves. This whole thing is really cool, but yeah, it's a number 444 of 500, and he signed it, so that was really cool. And he did this one too, SC versus BG, which is Shaolin Cowboy versus Robot. That calls Big Guy in some of his works, but it's all silent. But yeah, he did a profile of Shaolin Cowboy, and this is number 402 of 500, and I really love what Jeffrey Darrow did with Mobius. I'm a big Mobius fan. Have been since I was a kid, and he signed something for me. And so he told a cool like Mobius and Frank Miller story where Frank Miller didn't like Mobius for some reason, but then they ended up like went out the one night to dinner or something, became like really close friends, and so yeah, it was really cool. And independent of that, I had some books that I wanted to submit, like I said, and I had submitted this Matrix comic book preview, and this is famous because this was a recalled cover, or a recalled book, because the movie company, this was before the movie came out, and they felt like it was really it was too graphic and too like sexualized or something, and they recalled it, and they destroyed supposedly like a bunch of the recalled copies. Not like supposedly very few survived, although you can find this fairly easily. So I'm not sure that they destroyed all of them. But this is a Jeffrey Darrow cover. If I had known, I would have had him sign this. I didn't know he was going to be there, and I didn't know this was a Jeffrey Darrow cover until I got it back. But yeah, it only came back in a 9.2. But still, these sell. A lot of people really want these because because of the story. That he was recalled. Next, brand new book. I might have the only slab of this because this just came out like last week. But I really like the story, and I had two copies. I had the regular cover, and I had the sketch cover. And this is the sketch cover. Yeah, I just sent it in for Vatican City. Basically, in this story, the whole world's been overrun and by vampires, and the only place where human beings have survived is in Vatican City, and they're trying to make a stand. And so yeah, 9.8 in that. I think that book. I think as people discover that book, I think they're really going to like it. And I heard it's going to enter its second printing. The first printing sold out. So that's why I had it graded, because I thought, hey, that could be a really good thing. Then yeah, the man. This is Mark Spears Monsters #1, second printing, but this is the Wolfman Virgin variant from it's the Bird City, comics version of the Wolfman, and it is awesome. Like the glowing orange eyes on that guy and everything. Yeah, this is Mark Spears greatness as always. But I have a couple of those, and I decided to get that one graded. Also, this one I was really happy about. This is Noble Causes Family Secrets #3. And this is the first cameo of Invincible. even before Invincible 1. This is the first time Invincible appears in a comic book, and a lot of people didn't know about this, but like Comic Tom started highlighting it, and I wound up buying this. I think I paid like $70 for this, but these in a 9.8 now, these are selling for like $400 now, and continuing to go up as people are just starting to realize that the first appearance of Invincible in cameo, but if we're counting cameos, like if you're going to tell me that Wolverine's first appearance is 180, or if you're going to tell me that Venom's first appearance is ASM 299, or any number of these types of things, then I think this is first appearance of Invincible. So, and I think people are going to have that debate going forward, because I think Invincible is going to continue to be a really important comic character, and I don't see that going away because the TV series is so good, and a lot of people are really into it. The last thing I submitted is from the recent Batman, the Hush 2 storyline. Came out, they printed several variants of Batman 158, and this is the foil Sean Gordon Murphy cover, wraparound foil cover, and I got a 9.9 in that. That's yeah, it's badass, and probably top of census. I mean, I know foils get 9.9s more easily, but nonetheless, man, I don't know that many people submitted that book yet, so I'm imagining it's probably top of the census. So yeah, whatever, I own that for now. And the last thing I that I'm going to show, I'm not going to show any of the kind of raw books and stuff that I got signed. I'm not doing that right now. But the biggest thing I bought was a piece of artwork, and I was at a booth and talking to the guy about the original art. He had some cool stuff, some Disney cells and stuff, and I just asked him, "Do you have any Carl Barks?" And he said no. And so I was like, "Well, how about some Dan Rosa?" No. How about some Bruce Timm? He's like, "Oh yeah, I got Bruce Timm." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I wasn't expecting that. And he's like, "Yeah." So he started pulling out original Bruce Timm stuff. He started pulling out original cartoon cells from the Batman series. So original Bruce Timm cells. And like he pulled out one, it was like Clayface. It was cool. And then he pulled out one, it was like the Batmobile with some like bad guys or something, which was also cool. But I was like, yeah, really, I like when he does kind of like the female characters. That's what I think of when I think of Bruce Timm. And I was like, well, do you have anything with like Harley or Poison Ivy? And then he shows me this. And now I'm like, oh no. So it's a Livewire and Poison Ivy, and here's Bruce Timm's signature, and the Warner Brothers official logo, and the certificate of authenticity, new Batman adventures from the Girls' Night Out episode, with the Warner Brothers ID number and the stamp. This is an official cell from the Batman animated series that was used in the cartoon, and I got it. And it was one of these things where it kind of blew up the budget, and like the budget that I would have used to buy like I was talking about certain comics I was really looking to purchase, and it kind of left me to just buy some like modern stuff and some signatures. I wasn't able to get a big comic because I bought this massive thing, which really wasn't. I mean, well, it was expensive, but it wasn't like as expensive as I thought it might be. And I got him to knock like $100 off the price. So yeah, so I bought it, and it's big and it's awesome, and I'm gonna have to have it framed, and it's amazing, and happy to have it. I love Bruce Timm, everybody knows. So anyway, that's all the stuff I'm going to show here from the convention, and we'll see. I one more day left tomorrow, but my feet are killing me, man. I'm not built for this anymore. Like waiting in lines for 2 hours and shit. I don't think I can do it anymore. But anyway, that's it. Hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend's going well. Hope all the people in your life are doing well. I'll have more once I get back to home base that I'll post, but that's it for now. Bye, 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 bye.